Today I'm going to show you how to assemble the paper patterns from LaKayla, and this is a very easy way that I recently came up with, and it's much easier than trying to trim and tape together the pattern pieces. For this method, you're going to need to print out your pattern, and you're going to need a hole punch or a 3-hole punch. You're also going to need a glue stick and a pair of scissors. Before you get started, make sure that all of your pattern pieces are present, and you should check the last page to make sure that the pattern was printed to the right size. The final page will have a 10 by 10 centimeter square, and you can measure it to make sure that the pattern was printed to the right proportions. You'll notice that my pattern is printed on the back side of another document. This is a great way to reuse your paper and to reduce waste. What we're going to do is punch holes in the border on 2 sides of the paper pattern and also in one corner of the pattern. Punch at least 2 holes in the border, positioning them close to the corners. Also punch 1 hole directly in the corner of the border between the 2 sides that you punched. Continue this process until all of your pattern pieces are punched. It goes really quickly if you have a 3-hole punch because you can do several pages at a time. It doesn't make a big difference exactly where the holes are, as long as they're distributed along the lines. To punch the corner, you can angle it into the 3-hole punch and carefully align it with the border. Now we're ready to assemble. Lay down your first pattern piece. Lay the second piece on top of the first one so that the border of the first one shows through the holes. First, find the corner punch and use it to line up the horizontal and vertical border lines through the opening. Then use the other holes to adjust the angle of the paper until the borders line up perfectly. Hold one side of the paper steady and fold back the corner of the paper. Use your glue stick, then stick the paper back down. Now lift up the other side and do the same thing. It's okay to have a little bit of overlap. It's not going to make much of a difference in a place like this. Continue with the other pattern pieces all the way down the left-hand side of the grid. When you get to the next column, you'll align the pages in the same way. Use the corner punch to line up the horizontal and vertical lines, then rotate the paper until the borders line up on both pages. When you need to glue 2 pages at the same time, the process will be the same. You'll just need to line up both the side and the top of the page, starting with the corner punch. If any part of the pattern piece is obscured by the border of the next piece of paper, you can trim away that part with scissors. Feel free to cut away the finished pattern pieces so that you have more table space to finish the rest. Roughly cut out each pattern piece and lay it on a self-healing mat. Then you can use an X-Acto knife to cut out the pattern piece more carefully. This will save your hands a lot of strain from using your scissors excessively to cut out the pattern pieces. So that is my super easy method for assembling paper patterns. It's very quick and easy to do, and that's how you do it.